Have you ever looked up at the night sky and just felt small? It's a feeling we all get, that sense of wonder mixed with a little bit of cosmic vertigo. But what if I told you that feeling barely scratches the surface of how vast everything truly is? Today I want to share a story with you. It's not a myth or a legend, but a true story from the history of science that fundamentally changed how we see our place in the universe. It's the story of the Hubble Deep Field. Back in 1995, astronomers decided to do something that sounded a little crazy. They wanted to point the Hubble Space Telescope at a patch of sky that looked completely, utterly empty. No bright stars, no visible galaxies, nothing. It was the blackest, most boring part of the sky they could find. The area they chose was in the constellation Ursa Major, and it was incredibly tiny. To give you some perspective, imagine holding a single grain of sand at arm's length. That's how small this patch of sky was. For 10 consecutive days, Hubble stared at this one dark spot, collecting every faint photon of light that drifted in. It was a huge gamble. Many scientists thought they would get a whole lot of nothing, a blurry, black image that would have been a massive waste of precious telescope time. What was the point of staring into the void? But what Hubble sent back wasn't a void, it was a revelation. It was an image that would be seared into the minds of astronomers and dreamers for generations. That tiny dark speck of sky was not empty, not even close. The image that came back was filled, absolutely jam-packed with points of light. But these weren't stars. Almost every single one of those dots, swirls, and smudges was an entire galaxy, 3,000 galaxies, in a patch of sky the size of a grain of sand held at arm's length. Let that sink in for a moment. 3,000 galaxies, each one a sprawling island of stars, gas, and dust. Now let's try to wrap our heads around the numbers, because this is where it gets truly mind-bending. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, is pretty big. We think it has somewhere between 100 to 400 billion stars. Our sun is just one of them. Now, take that number and multiply it by 3,000. The number of stars in that one tiny frame is almost impossible to comprehend. And remember, this was just one tiny sliver of the sky. The entire celestial sphere is made up of millions and millions of these sand grain-sized patches. Subsequent observations, like the Hubble Ultra Deep Field and the Extreme Deep Field, pushed this even further. They stared at even smaller, darker patches for even longer. The Extreme Deep Field, for instance, revealed over 5,000 galaxies. Some of these galaxies are so distant that we re-seeing them as they were over 13 billion years ago, just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. We are literally looking back in time, seeing the universe in its infancy. These are baby galaxies just starting to form, their light having traveled across the entire observable universe to finally reach Hubble's mirror. So, what's the lesson here? What does this cosmic postcard from the edge of time really tell us? For me, the Hubble Deep Field is the ultimate perspective check. It's a powerful, humbling reminder of our place in the cosmos. Think about it. We live on a small, rocky planet orbiting a very average star, tucked away in a spiral arm of one galaxy among potentially trillions. And what do we do on this beautiful, rare little planet? We build walls. We draw lines on maps and call them borders. We argue and fight over patches of dirt, over flags, over ideologies. We get consumed by our daily dramas, our anxieties, our disagreements. We magnify our differences until they seem like insurmountable chasms. From a cosmic perspective, it's almost funny, in a tragic sort of way. Imagine you could zoom out, way out, past the moon, past Mars, past the edges of our solar system. You keep going, past the nearest stars, until the Milky Way itself is just a glowing swirl in a sea of other swirls. From that vantage point, all of human history, all our triumphs and our tragedies, all our wars and our art, all our love and our hate, has taken place on a single invisible pixel. Earth wouldn't even be a grain of sand. It would be a subatomic particle in a vast, sprawling cosmic ocean. Does this mean our lives are meaningless? Absolutely not. In fact, I think it means the opposite. It makes our existence, our consciousness, our ability to even ask these questions, all the more precious and miraculous. In a universe of such staggering scale and seeming indifference, the fact that we are here, aware and alive, is an extraordinary gift. The fact that we can build a telescope, point it at a dark patch of sky, and uncover the secrets of the cosmos is a testament to the incredible potential of the human spirit. The Hubble Deep Field doesn't diminish us. It should unite us. It shows us that we are all crew members on the same tiny spaceship Earth, hurtling through the cosmic dark. The person on the other side of the world, with whom you might disagree, is your fellow passenger. We are all made of the same stardust, forged in the hearts of dying stars billions of years ago. The borders that divide us are imaginary constructs invisible from space. This perspective has the power to reframe our priorities. Maybe the things we fight about aren't as important as we think they are. Maybe our shared humanity and our shared home are far more valuable than our differences. Maybe we should spend less time building walls and more time building bridges, or better yet, building bigger telescopes to explore even more of this incredible universe together. The universe isn't laughing at our arrogance, as the old saying goes. The universe doesn't care. It simply is. But it offers us a profound lesson if we're willing to listen. It invites us to look up, to feel that sense of awe, and to let it change us. To be humbled, to be inspired, and to realize that we are part of something so much grander than our squabbles. We are the universe's way of knowing itself. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by the problems of the world, or you find yourself in a petty argument, just take a moment. Picture that grain of sand. Picture the thousands of galaxies packed inside it. And remember that we are all in this together, on this one pale blue. It's the only home we've ever known. Let's take care of it and each other. Thanks so much for watching and sharing this cosmic journey with me. If this gave you a new perspective, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more explorations into the wonders of our universe. What does the Hubble Deep Field make you think or feel? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep looking up.